somewhere in the crowd there.
Like, share and subscribe for more stories.
Long ago, in a tiny cottage on the edge of a quiet village, lived a poor widow and her only son, Jack. They owned almost nothing, and their only source of food and income was a single cow named Milky White. As the days grew harder and their food ran out, Jack's mother decided there was only one thing left to do: sell the cow at the market and buy bread to survive. On his way to the market, Jack met a mysterious stranger dressed in a long cloak. The man spoke in a soft, persuasive voice and held out his hand to reveal 5 strange-looking beans. He claimed they were magic, powerful enough to change Jack's life forever. In exchange, he wanted the cow. Jack, curious and hopeful, agreed and ran home to share the news with his mother. When Jack arrived home with only the beans, his mother was furious. There was no food, no money, just a handful of beans and an empty cowshed. In frustration, she threw the beans out the window, scolding Jack for his foolishness. That night, Jack went to bed hungry and heartbroken, never imagining what would happen next. Jack woke to see something astonishing. Overnight, the beans had sprouted into a beanstalk as tall as the clouds. Its thick green vines twisted upward into the sky, disappearing into the mist. Jack's curiosity burned within him. Without a second thought, he decided to climb and see where it led. After a long, tiring climb, Jack reached the top and found himself in a strange land above the clouds. There, in the distance, stood a magnificent castle with towering gates and golden spires. Jack, tired but determined, approached the castle doors, unaware of the danger inside. A kind woman, the giant's wife, welcomed Jack and offered him food. But before long, the ground shook. The air filled with the sound of heavy footsteps. The giant had returned. His voice boomed through the halls. "Fee, fee, fo, fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman." Jack trembled as the giant roared, but the wife convinced him it was only the smell of the wind. As the giant sat down to eat, Jack's eyes wandered. He saw wonders beyond imagination, a bag filled with gold coins, a harp that played music all by itself, and a hen that laid eggs of solid gold. Jack's heart raced. If he could take even one of these treasures, he and his mother would never be poor again. While the giant dozed off after his meal, Jack seized his chance. He grabbed the bag of gold and dashed out of the castle, racing back down the beanstalk as fast as his legs could carry him. The giant stirred, but Jack reached the ground safely. For the first time in years, he and his mother had enough to live comfortably. Jack's curiosity grew stronger. He couldn't forget the magical harp and the golden hen. A few days later, he climbed the beanstalk again, determined to take them. This time, as he snatched the harp, it began to sing out loudly, waking the sleeping giant with a furious roar. The giant stormed after Jack, his footsteps shaking the clouds. Jack scrambled down the beanstalk with the harp in his arms, the giant climbing close behind. Reaching the ground, Jack shouted to his mother, "Bring me the axe!" With one powerful swing, he chopped the beanstalk. Down it crashed, taking the giant with it, never to rise again. With the golden hen, the singing harp, and the bag of gold, Jack and his mother lived happily ever after. Their days of hunger and hardship were over. All thanks to 5 magic beans and Jack's courage to climb into the clouds.